Good morning and thank you for joining us today. My name is Goldie Fagan and I am President of the Canadian Society for Medical Laboratory Science, or the CSMLS. With me here today is Christine Nielsen, our Executive Director. CSMLS is the national certifying body and professional association for medical laboratory technologists and medical laboratory assistants. This week, Canada's medical laboratory professionals are celebrating National Medical Laboratory Week, which is dedicated to educating the public about the important role that laboratory testing plays in the health and well-being of Canadians. As part of this special week, CSMLS has also spearheaded a national public awareness campaign called Knowing Matters. We invite Canadians to visit our website, knowingmatters.ca, for more information on the profession and to view our commercial, which emphasizes the important connection between the lab professional and the patient. Today, we are calling on the federal party leaders to make health care a key priority during this election. As a group, our profession is the third largest healthcare profession in Canada. Long-term, sustainable investment in human resource needs for the medical laboratory profession are needed today. Whether it is a blood test, a throat swab, or a biopsy, tests performed by the medical laboratory professionals provide vital information about your health. Doctors depend on laboratory test results to accurately diagnose and treat illness and monitor patient health. In fact, up to 85% of decisions about diagnosis and treatment are based on laboratory test results.
There is a serious shortage of medical laboratory technologists, or MLTs, in Canada. In fact, about half of all MLTs will be eligible to retire in the next 10 years. To combat this, a comprehensive strategy for medical laboratory profession is urgently needed, which includes critical investments in three key areas. The first is clinical education. Staffing shortages at clinical sites are creating a shortage of clinical placements for medical laboratory science students. Clear, targeted investment is needed to provide for dedicated clinical educators to support on-site clinical education. Additionally, this investment will help to conduct important research into the value and effectiveness of clinical simulation. Secondly, the issue of quality of work-life initiatives must not be overlooked. CSMLS believes that the best way to recruit and retain healthcare professionals is to create healthy, supportive workplaces. Wellness programs and policies must be developed to encourage work-life balance, reduce absenteeism, and increase productivity. As part of this, in the interest of patient safety, it is critical that support be provided for continuing education in order to ensure Canadians have access to well-qualified and prepared laboratory professionals. And lastly, key investments are needed in the area of the integration of the internationally educated medical laboratory technologists, or IEMLTs. The integration of internationally educated professionals into the Canadian workforce is a significant challenge for all healthcare professions, including medical laboratory technology. CSMLS is committed to ensuring that their credentials are assessed fairly and efficiently, while at the same time safeguarding the integrity of the national certification process. A 2004 pilot study found that internationally educated applicants who had completed a bridging program had a pass rate comparable to graduates of Canadian training programs that are accredited. A recent CSMLS report has further concluded that bridging programs shorten the time for IEMLTs to become certified in Canada, decrease their financial hardships, and expedite their integration into Canadian laboratory workplaces. As a result, the individuals are able to contribute to the Canadian economy much sooner with the support of a bridging program. Each of these three key issues has been identified in the action plan proposed in the framework for collaborative pan-Canadian health human resource planning developed by the Federal Provincial Territorial Advisory Committee on Health Delivery and Human Resources in 2005.
Throughout this election, healthcare has surfaced as a top priority issue for Canadians, as demonstrated by various public opinion polls. It is time for the Government of Canada to listen to Canadians. What we need now is clear and bold leadership from our government, and to ensure that Canada's healthcare system is not compromised. We are pleased to see various announcements and policy statements from each of the parties on healthcare. However, there is much more to be done. The important role that the medical laboratory professional plays in the Canadian healthcare system must be recognized. I invite federal party leaders to take a leadership role and make healthcare a priority in this election and in the next Parliament. Thank you for your time, and we would be happy to answer any questions that you may have.